just love Wednesdays. Hey everyone, how are you doing? I hope you are well. I am doing so well. I am caught up right now, you guys. First of all, hello YouTube, hello Facebook. I can't get Instagram going, you guys. I got a brand new phone, and today my phone said that it is running out of space. 256 gigabytes, running out of space. So, when I went to go hook up my phone, they couldn't help me. They could not help me at Verizon. Clear up everything. Told me I needed 4 hours if I was to do anything. So, let me see, you guys. Wait a minute. I'm trying to, set up our brothers and sisters over at Instagram because you know how they want to be with us. And I love you all. So, give me a moment. And the other reason why I'm running a little late today is because I've been running ever since I got back in town, and I have a very special show for all of you tonight. And because of that, I've been putting stuff together for this very special show. Wait a minute. There I am. There we go. Hey, I'm live. Instagram, you're here with me. I'm so glad because I had some issues. So, everybody, I'm really glad you're all here. I've got some fantastic guests. The legs are in the way. I want to make sure I can move my chair up. What's going on? So, I told you you know how I am I can get emotional. I told you that, hey there, Jeannie, Moon Crab, all of you. I told you that there's something that I've been going through personally that I wanted to share with you. And so it prompted this episode. I was going to do it by myself. And then I thought I want to make sure I can be seen. Sorry, I can't wave at you, Instagram. You're way over here, but you're in my heart. All of you. I love all of you. I decided I would call some girlfriends. So I sent the word out. Who can join me on Wednesday night at this time? 5 incredible women answered the call. And they are waiting now in the wings as they're like listening to what I'm saying. But I wanted to set you up and show you a video of my hair experience so you know where I'm at, because that's what this is about. This is about hair. And I had something that happened to me that was kind of so devastating that excuse me, let me turn that music off, that I couldn't speak about it for a while with you guys. I had to cancel a few shows to try and help myself out. And so now I'm just going to play this video. It'll introduce it to you. And then we're going to talk right after. one's ever seen those photos except for my family. And so I had these locks and they were gorgeous. And I noticed that my hair was thinning up here. And that happens with age. I didn't clock it. And then I noticed it more. And this loctician I was going to said to me, let's just keep cutting it. And then, because your hair is growing, my hair was about down to here. They said, as your hair continues to grow, then we'll cut the locks out. Because this woman who had started my locks added hair onto my hair. But I have fine hair. There's a lot of it. She should have known. I was there for 2 days. She took that money. There was plenty of money she got. And so going on 4 years later, my hair's thinning right back up in here. It's so bad I'm wearing hats and scarves. But the woman who I'm working with, I trust her. She says it's going to grow back. So I go to the hair supply store and I'm spending so much money on locking my hair with her. I decided at least one of those months I can do it myself. So I got the right products because I've been doing it for a little while. I finally got it. I locked it. It was the best my hair had looked when I locked it. It looked great. I took my mirror and I held it up to see the back of my head. Now, remember I said it's thinning up here. And then I went, is that scalp? I picked up the locks. One fell on the floor from my scalp. I was bald here. I was blessed that a girlfriend of mine who lives right around the corner from me was home. She went with me to a hairdresser who's never available on a Saturday, y'all. But you know what I'm always talking about. When you are living right, miracles happen. This was a miracle. So I went, and as she's talking to me about what we can do, a lock falls in her hair, and I say, cut it off. And that was the picture that you saw. I've been wanting to do a show about this because so many women, especially my sisters, we got hair issues. We've got, to me, the most beautiful hair on the planet because we can do anything with our hair. We can curl it up. We can straighten it. I once went on a show, and I got some actresses here. Juanita Jennings will tell you the same thing. I went on this show. This was years ago. Excuse me, I'm going to be sniffling. And I always carried my accoutrement. All of us sisters did, because there weren't any sisters at that time really doing hair. And I went into this trailer, and this lovely little blonde, sweet thing looked at me and went, oh. And she was complaining right away. And I said, look, this is what you do. I gave her a lesson. You use this curling iron. No. You don't put water on my hair. You do this. You do that. You do this. Baby, by the time she finished my hair, she was praising my hair and looked at my blonde sisters over there whose hair was just flying away no matter what she did. She said, I'm going to go to school and I'm going to learn. I was happy about that on one hand, but on the other hand, I want my sisters to also get an opportunity. I've got a wonderful hairdresser to the stars who's going to be talking to us, and she'll tell you her experience. So when this happened to me, I knew I had to come and share it with you because I've been wearing wigs. And that was always hard on me because I believe in being natural with my own hair. I may have a perm, but it's mine. Right now, I've got in a weave. And let me tell you, getting this weave, I first got it from someone else and they messed that up. I have been in hair trauma. But what I know is I'm beautiful. And my life ain't about my hair. That I am worthy without all that stuff about the hair. Sometimes we get so caught up. So that's my story. I've got 5 beautiful women. I want to introduce you to them. Now, let me tell you how the setup was. I was going to have 2 come at 6:20, and then 2 come at 6:45, and then the last one come at 7. But they're all here right now, except for one. Thank you, Tony Gloucester. Hey, Birdman. And they said, yeah, we'll come on the show. Well, you know how I like to introduce my people. You know I make a video. So I'm gonna show you the video of the first diva, and I'm gonna go one by one to introduce them. Her name is Juanita Jennings. Now I'm gonna tell you this: all of these women are here for my hair show, but I'm gonna have each one of them back because within what they do in their craft and in their communities, they are so beautiful and strong. I want to celebrate that too. So let me introduce you to Miss Juanita's hair journey. Hey, baby love. We're on now.
Oh, wow. Who is that girl?
Like a paper, like a book or something to write with.
Wow.
Well,
Start. Oh, well,
I'm so glad to have you here. I'm just so glad. I tell you what, I'll get everybody else in. I'll start with Miss Diane next. This is Miss Diane Shorte. She's amazing too. Hey, lovely.
Hi. Hi. Oh, I like the hair journeys. Those are so cute of us.
I know you guys send me those pictures. I just love it. I just love it. All right, I'm going to get
Yes.
Miss Angela out here. And here's Miss Angela's video. All right, I love it. I love it. I got you. Look at this, you guys. I've got these 3 beautiful women. I've got one more who's right here who I'm going to bring in. Let me put this sound on mute. Come on now. There we go. And Miss Gayla Belay, she is our professional tonight. But baby, when it comes to hair, we all got a little profession. Hey, ladies. Don't worry, Angela. I'm going to bring you back, baby. Hold on. Let me get to my 5 people. There we are. And then when Miss Babe gets here, we'll
There
get
we
to
are.
6. Hi, everyone. How are you this evening?
Wonderful.
Thank you
Good.
so much for being here. This was all last minute, and these ladies jumped in and said, I got something to say about hair and beauty and women.
Absolutely.
So I'm throwing it out there. Let's start some dialogue. And what you thinking about?
Well, I will start. You know, when I saw your video, it reminded me exactly of my hair journey. I had the same thing happen to my hair. I've always had really fine hair growing up. To wear an afro, I had to have my hair braided with water, then rolled on sponge rollers and
Mm-hmm.
left to dry. And once it curled, then I could wear an afro. That I had to wear a curly afro because my hair was too fine to wear anything else. But the afro only lasted for as long as the weather would allow because my hair was so fine. The weather dictated what my hairstyle would be, and so I ended up wearing weaves at a very early age. My hair would not do anything. Everyone who touched my hair said my hair was as fine as baby powder. And as you know, you cannot make a style with baby powder. It just will not. Baby powder is not going to make a style that works for anything. And so over the years, my hair began to thin even more as we get older. I think that's a
Mm-hmm.
thing. Like hair thins. I have a lot of friends now who are talking about thinning of their hair, and they have really thick hair. So, and eventually my hair has just the edges, as you saw in some of those pictures, I had edges. I no longer have edges. I wear wigs. I and I've learned to just appreciate the fact that life has a way of changing and everything changes. And so
Mm-hmm.
with hair, without hair, to just appreciate my life and to do the best that I can. This is a wig. I wear wigs now, but I wear human hair wigs. And I enjoy and have fun with just changing my looks because there's nothing I can do about what I can't do nothing about. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's really fun. I the other night I have a new grandbaby, and I don't know if it was just my imagination, but I talked to him over the phone without my wig on. And then a few minutes later, I decided to put the wig on, and I can swear that that baby had his brows were furrowed like, well, what just happened?
I know what you
Wait
mean.
a minute. Something just changed. I was looking at my grandma, and now she don't look the same. It was just fun, you know.
Mhm.
And I remember my mom wore wigs. My mom
Mine
wore all
too.
colored wigs. She wore white
Mhm.
wigs. She looked good in a white wig, like white. And I remember those days recently that, watching my mom wear wigs, and it was not a thing for her to just change her look and to just be confident in who she was, no matter what her hair looked like. So, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. It it is not an easy thing. I remember growing up and I wanted to be a hairdresser. I came out of the bedroom when I was 5 with my hands on my little hips. I said to my mother, "You will never touch my hair again." Because she had
Oh,
taught me how to do it. I was doing hair. I didn't even play with the baby dolls. I was doing my own and I was doing my sisters and I loved the whole process of it.
Mm.
But the one thing I never was taught, I don't know, and you guys tell me, I wasn't taught to do anything more for my hair but wash it and condition it. I wasn't
yeah.
taught anything about herbs. I wasn't taught, there was nothing like that for our hair. And I was using the same thing that my blonde girlfriends used, and I know that was not good for my hair.
Mhm.
Now we've got all sorts of fabulous choices.
Mhm.
You can speak to that, Gayla, a lot about that.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of the products back then they were not designed for us, but it's so many products on the market that is designed for women of color. The thing is to know the texture, the type, what we're conditioning, how we're conditioning, to conditioners that break into the cuticle versus conditioners that might just lay on the top surface. There's so many different
Mm,
types. So a lot
yeah.
of times when we're experiencing breakage and things of the nature that you went through, Iona, we needed to go back and impart protein and moisture back into that hair to build it. A lot of your issues came from uh, excessive weight on your
Yes.
hair because
Yeah.
you have fine
Yeah.
textured hair. And the hair that they
Mhm.
put in was actually too heavy for your hair strand to support. And opposed to her making smaller dreads, they were just too large. So
Yeah.
there it weighed on your edges, the hairline, the crown area. It was just too much. And then she didn't catch it in time, or she wanted to continue to do the things that she shouldn't have been doing when she should have been trying to look at the hair follicle, see if the hair is growing, and actually treating you in the process.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's no degree you can get to lock hair or braid hair. Is that correct?
Well, I mean, it's not about the degree; it's about the quality of the hair that you're working on, and in a consultation, giving them the right thing of what is going to be supported for their particular hair. Because we can do all types of styles. We can braid, we can weave, we can ponytail, do protective styles. It's just the way to do them, and then in
Mhm.
between, how to service and keep the hair healthy and strong so we can continue to do the protective styles. But sometimes we
Yeah.
get caught up, even to myself. I like to do sew in weaves, but periodically I have to come out and breathe. I just recently cut all my hair off because it grew in my weave, but it's so fine that it wasn't beautiful. All hair can be beautiful. It doesn't matter where you are, what length it is,
Come on.
even to the bald head. It's just about how you present it,
Mhm.
how you wear it, and
Yeah.
I think what I
we
meant
have
by that is that people don't go to there isn't there's I know there's training, but there isn't like training at cosmetology school for
not
that,
for braid
right?
not for braids and locks.
Yeah.
At the time, most
Oh.
people, they were not training on that, and then now you have so many stylists that's not even didn't even go to school. They're not
Mhm.
professionals, so they don't know about your hair follicle. They don't know about the cuticle layer. They don't know about the cortex. They don't know because they don't know. They didn't go to school
Wow.
for it.
So they've
Mhm.
never added that as a course in schools,
Well, I think maybe you could
like
take a special,
currently
or you could learn how to braid, but um, a lot of schools do not just teach braiding or
Locking.
how to lock, properly lock. A lot of it they learn in classes. You either go to a show or you purchase a class that specializes
Mhm.
in that. So then they
Got
teach
it.
you how to properly dread, even to the weaving, how to properly sew in. Because, some people don't really know how to weave, but they've taken a class to be a weavologist. But just to
Mhm.
go to
Yeah.
beauty school or college to say, I'm just going for the course, that's not part of the curriculum. It wasn't when I went to school. I'll say that.
because
I
I
went on a
remember.
oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. Oh, let me just say one thing. I went on a cruise and I didn't want to bother with my hair. So I didn't want to wear my wig because, that a good wind come by and it's like, oh no, what is that? I don't know what that was. So I went and got a weave. She did such a terrible job. I was there all day. The weave started back here and I had no hair out in the front. There were tracks, there were
Oh,
braids that did not have any tracks on them. I had to make an
Wow.
emergency call and go in, and I had 3 days before we leaving on the cruise and go and see someone the next day. Again, a hairdresser on a Saturday. Someone had canceled, and I fit right in there. Someone like you, Gayla, meaning they're in our industry and they're head of hair and makeup. So I felt very comfortable with that. And he put that weave in. He did a great job. He didn't use as much hair and everything
mhm.
was covered. it's so frustrating on I didn't think about getting second opinions, but now if I do anything, if you're not in town, I've got to get second opinions about things.
Yeah.
May I say something, ladies?
Please, Angela.
We're not taught about how to take care of ourselves, period. But especially because, especially and in this country, in America, um, we're not we're not taught how to care for ourselves, but our hair especially,
True.
right? We don't know the proper way to eat. We don't understand that medicine is our food and food is our medicine.
Yes.
We don't understand
Mhm.
that the health of our bodies, but we're speaking specifically about hair, has a lot to do with not just what we put on our hair, but what we put in our body,
Bodies.
right? And so I remember Iona came here so beautifully, and she knows that this is a house of healing and the house of wellness. And she came here. You made me so proud, Iona, because you were naked and unashamed. You came here and you're like, this is what I'm challenged with. And you knew that there were products here and not just herbs, but even things for your hair that you could receive and you could use for your health and your wellness. That was so beautiful. Like someone said, we are beautiful whether our hair falls out and we have to when we want to wear wigs or we want to just wear it natural. We want to go bald, right?
Mhm.
And so when you
Yeah.
came that day, Iona, because I know how beautiful you are and how gorgeous you are and how you like to present yourself. But when you came in here naked and unashamed, you showed up for you and you showed
Mhm.
up beautifully. And I just wanted to just congratulate you on your honesty. So I was blessed because I
Mhm.
was here when you came to actually see the pictures that you were just showing everybody tonight. I was able to see you, and I was like, you know what? She came to the right place because,
Mhm.
and along with your beautiful stylist here, you got some knowledge and wisdom that will heal you from the inside out. That a lot
Yes.
of us never get. We don't know that.
Absolutely.
We just keep changing our hair a lot of times to fit in and to what's acceptable to the world. But we don't understand how to the healing of our bodies so that, when we start to age, our hair is not falling out the way that it does. That's an issue. A lot of times
Yeah.
that our hair falling out and thinning is because of how we're eating and what we're putting in our body or not putting in our
Mhm.
body. So it's
Okay.
all
Could
about
could
well.
I ask what here is
Yes, I
you're
want to tell
saying
you,
when
please
you
tell
come
us.
here?
Tell
I
us the
don't
Oh,
know
name of
I'm
the
what
sorry.
shop.
yeah,
I'm
well, I
sorry.
don't know
My
what here
apologies.
is.
And that's where I'm still. I was leaving work. I couldn't leave work to get on in time, so I'm at work. Napoli Naturals and Apothecary is the store I'm talking about, and
It's
it's
Oh,
healing.
in
fabulous,
Lamert
everyone.
And
on Deckman.
whatever you need for healing all your body everywhere is here. But definitely learning about the different herbs like the fenugreek and rosemary and but
Yes.
are great. But then you also have to know your body because if you are allergic to some of the herbs that help with your hair growth and healing, you need to know that as well. So this is all really about
Mhm.
relationship and so much from
Yeah.
slavery and what we've gone through in this country as African American people. We have been taught not to care for ourselves, and so we don't have a healthy relationship with ourselves. And so
Mm.
it shows up on our head as well, and I think this conversation is so important because it's like this is the reflection of the trauma. Our hair is a response to the
Mhm.
trauma that we've dealt with, in this country. So I
Mhm.
love the conversation on so many levels.
And
Mhm.
know this may have started off on hair, but you know how we are as women. We flow and we go. Okay.
Yeah.
So other things will come up that are healthful and helpful. So please, Juanita, you wanted to say something.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
No. Well, I I could just explain me, which is, I've been natural my entire life, starting from uh, sixth grade or whatever. I'm really grateful that I was born at a time when "Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud" was
Mhm.
there, and I'm from Boston, one of the most racist places,
Mm.
unbeknownst to a lot of people,
Mhm.
but it is
Yeah.
as ugly as Alabama and Mississippi was at the same time.
Mhm.
And I was raised to be proud. My mother and her brother were first generation American. My people are from Barbados, and they were Garveyites.
Mm.
So I've worn my hair straight or in a wig for a role because I act for a living. That's what I do. If it were required, but it was very important to me that young Black women and men saw themselves and how beautiful they
Yes.
Mhm.
are without
Come on,
looking
Marquita.
like them.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I was the first Black actor on a show, a soap opera called As the World Turns. And
Mm.
I had my dreads. They hired me. There were other women there. I didn't even expect to get it, to be honest. This I was living in New York at that time. I just went, yeah, okay, I'm going here. I got it, and I'm doing the show. I'm getting wonderful letters from people. Oh, wow, thank you, sis. I'm seeing me, and blah, 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 blah. And in the midst of all of that, I get a call from the executive producer to come meet with her.
Ooh.
I went in, I'm like, yes. And she looked at me and she said, we want you to cut those.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And I
Oh.
said, excuse me? We want you to cut those.
Oh.
I
Wow.
said, she said, we're getting letters. I said, well, that's interesting because I'm getting letters too.
Mm.
Mm.
And they're
Mm.
very positive.
Hmm.
And no, I
Wow.
won't cut them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured, I said, okay, it's time for something else. This isn't it. But I will not have you tell me
Mm. Mm.
Right. That
that.
part.
I won't. And I, I must admit, my mother would be 106 now. So she was, I remember she said to me one time when I don't know if it was the dreads or when I was wearing my hair like a cravatus at one point. And I remember at one point she said, if I die tomorrow, don't you show up to my funeral like that. And I
Oh.
looked at her and I said, well, I don't accept that from anybody.
Mm.
And I remember being a little girl watching a show called Naked City
Mm.
with Cicely Tyson. I don't know if she was a guest star, it was a moment,
Mm.
but I remember going,
Mm.
I looked at this beautiful ebony woman, number one,
Mm-hmm.
who had a close, short afro,
Sure did.
and
Mhm.
I was mesmerized. It was like,
Mm.
she's
Mhm.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And again, it was that say it loud, I'm Black and I'm proud. And I saw the ugliness going on in Boston. I saw white people going, get your niggas out of here. They were trying to get
Wow.
schools, get people to open up and get out of here, niggas, and throwing stuff at kids. And I went, you will never turn me around.
Mm.
Never.
That's right.
But as an
Mhm.
actress, I know every character would not wear their hair natural. So I
Right.
have wigs for that, but it will not be my permanent hair.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Um, and I've been as I said, it's very important to me that young women, Black women, love themselves. And
Yes.
what's sad about today is that it's like we've gone backwards.
Yes, we
I'm
have.
tired of those. part in the middle, the thing on the side, and the hair down to there, and the eyelashes out to there.
Oh yes,
Don't
You
the
forget about the
know,
nails.
eyelashes.
Don't forget
Oh
about the
no, the
nails.
eyelashes.
you know the they're spending thousands of dollars a year when it could go towards somebody's tuition.
Yes.
If we only knew how many of them want to look like us. You see the
Right.
pants now that
Exactly.
got butts in them.
And that's what we see. We see the implants, we see
Mm-hmm.
the
Yes.
Yes, the
lips,
lips.
Mm-hmm.
we
Yes.
see they
Yep.
lay
Mm-hmm.
out the sun till they get,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a cancer survivor
Amen.
twice.
Congratulations.
And the
Okay.
first time I had chemo, I had radiation, and I remember, I think, was it, did I have I don't know, whatever. Yeah, I had some locks. They were sister locks at that point. And I remember going to my agents, and then I come out and I get in the car and I look down on the ground as I'm about to open the door, and several of the locks of my hair are on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Baby.
I'm
Woo.
sorry,
No, I
I
understand.
will never, ever let anybody
Yes.
turn me around. And it bothers me because there's so much of that foolishness going on. In my family, I'm the youngest. I had two older brothers. My eldest is gone. The middle is. My brothers were ebony men. And I remember going to a party, being grown. He was home from college or whatever, and I was in high school, and I went. And I was talking to this guy, and my brother walked up to him and said, "Hey, man, you know my sister?" And he went, "What? Man, what happened to you?" And my brother is handsome, a beautiful. Those kind of things are sick, and but he's lucky, that man, because I was seething inside. I wanted to knock him out,
Mm.
but I made it my mission, and I continue. I want our children to love themselves. There's so many of them that don't, who
Yeah.
think that making it or achievement means
Money.
them or how close they, but please,
It's
you
hard when
know,
your history's taken away from you, when you don't get to know who you really are, when being who you really are is bastardized while they try and make money off of who you are, sing and
yes,
dance like you, and
Mm-hmm.
yes,
all of that that's happening and what's happening right now. It's the hardest, the most endangered species is the black man. What
yeah,
You
he's
know,
got to endure.
you said something, Juanita, that was extremely powerful, just wanting to make sure that we love ourselves. Now, I have four children. My two eldest are my sons, and then I have my
mm,
daughters. My daughters are 20 and 21 and 23 now. But
wow,
when I had my daughters, I never was big on putting anything in my hair. I went back and forth between a perm and my natural hair, because we're brainwashed to think it's easier to straighten your hair, right?
yes,
And so I did that sometimes. I fell into that. But when I had my daughters in my mid 30s, I was like, no more. I'm done.
mm,
I'm not trimming my hair. Only thing I'm going to do is wear my hair natural. And
mhm,
because I want my daughters to love who they are
that's
and
right,
love their hair, respect it. So my daughters are like that. Like, they'll wear some protective styles sometimes. One of my daughters actually really upkeeps my hair. I haven't had it done in probably a couple months, but
hmm,
she's really good with hair, and so she takes care of my locks and whatnot. But my daughters love their hair. They'll still do the protective, Black Girl Magic. They'll do some protective styles and do
yeah,
this and do that, when they want to. But it's rare, and when they do it, it's not because I don't love myself and I feel like I have to do this. They do
Right.
it
hmm,
because I feel like doing
Yes.
it, or I'm gonna put a particular style in my head for a minute. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
know, that was so important to me. It was so important to me to make sure
Mm-hmm.
my daughters loved who they were. You know,
Yes.
my daughters happen to be high yellow and hazel eyes, but they love who they
Mm-hmm.
are all together. They know we are all
Mm-hmm.
shades.
Mhm.
We're not trying to
That's
be
right.
nothing else. They love who they are, and if you saw them today, both of them are wearing their hair natural right now. And it's just I love the black girl magic. I love that we can, if we want to wear a wig, wear a wig. If we don't want to wear, if we want to straighten our hair. But my whole thing is understand who you are and the health
That
of
part.
your
Yes,
how to
Yes.
absolutely.
take care
Yes.
of your hair. I think Iona said earlier, she was like, we don't learn how to take care
Mhm.
of our hair. We don't
No.
understand the health of our hair, because for so long, they were trying to make us feel shame. And then we finally got the Crown Act. And I know at Napoli Naturals,
Right.
that's really big
Oh,
here. Big here. We want the
Yeah.
people coming here in
mhm.
Napoli Naturals, we want people to see us in our natural hair and love
Yeah,
us for who we are. So when you come in here, you see a representation of who you are and the beauty of who we are as a
That you have.
people.
It's a wonderful
Yes.
spot. And
And the other thing is that, I don't know if you know, recently they've discovered that a lot of the
cancer.
hair products are carcinogen.
Mm-hmm.
So they're
That's
literally giving women cancer.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't, I wear makeup if I'm working or whatever, but I don't have on all that stuff. And I'm in my 70s, and
yeah.
people will go, "Oh, you got beautiful skin." I want to say, because I don't put all that junk on my face.
Right.
Because that we don't need it. Our skin is beautiful. Yes, I put on lipstick. That I do. Before I go out, I like a little lipstick on. But, you know, it does. It dries your skin out. It does this, it does that. And
You got to learn how to take care of. And I would like to say that
Absolutely.
I know that I don't wear natural. I wore natural hair for a while. Well, for many years. And now I don't know what my hair is going to look like once it grows. But I do want to say that I do believe that as long as I love me, and as long as I love being black, I can wear my hair straight. I can wear my hair in an afro. I can wear my hair with locks. I can do whatever as long as I
Mhm.
know who I am. Because everybody
Absolutely.
has a feeling of what makes them feel good or sexy
Yeah.
or whatever.
Mhm.
mhm,
So for my part is do you, but know what you are doing. Don't do
Absolutely.
it to
Understand
be
your why.
somebody, right, to be somebody
Absolutely.
else,
Mhm.
to run away from where you are. I'm with you on that one. Love who you are, because George Wolfe
Mhm.
said, when I started traveling the world, George said, if black people could see their influence around the
Mhm.
world, they would stop killing each other. He said, the young brothers, I was in Paris sitting in a park and I saw this man run, and this was in the 80s with, remember this style? One leg, pant leg up and one pant leg down. I
Right.
went,
Yes.
that's what George is talking about.
yeah,
If we only knew
Yes.
the power of who we are, and all you have to do is just listen to music, look at
Yeah.
food, look at style.
we influence the world.
We influence the
Absolutely.
world.
I remember, Iona, I remember getting a job one year. My hair was short and I wanted to do something interesting. And I wanted to find out first, because I'm in the legal field, if they would accept me for who I am and how my hair might show up. So I went and had my hair braided and I had pearls put on the end of my hair. And my hair was short. It was like this short. And
Mm.
so I had pearls, a head of full of
Mm.
pearls.
Mm,
And they
mm.
hired me at that law firm. And I was like, okay, so
Mhm.
we're good then. Just
Mhm.
so you know that a sister might show up in my natural,
Mm.
and that photograph, as a matter of fact, the one with the short natural, that was at that time during that
Mm.
job at Croft and
Mm.
Kagan law firm. And I was very proud that they actually accepted me the way I was. And it said a lot to me about who they were. They were from New
Exactly.
York as well. So I have gone to law firms. They don't know who or what I might look like when I show up at work, but they do know that that's who I am. and and this is what I do. I am me. I will be me with curly hair or straight hair, long
Right.
hair, short hair. It doesn't matter, as you said.
Well,
And Angela, I
Exactly.
just wanted to ask you, what are you doing? Because your skin is just glowing over here, and I'm looking at your skin saying, now, what is she eating? Because your skin is glowing. It's beautiful.
praise God.
I
I
want
drink
to.
Yes, it.
water in the morning. I drink 32 ounces of just warm water every morning. So that is a big part of my regimen. But and
Mhm.
then part of it is a gift. Thank you, Father God.
Yeah.
But I do eat pretty well. So a
Okay.
lot of fruits and vegetables. Mhm.
And I wanted
Thank
to
you.
ask the
Yeah.
same thing because what you put in your system actually comes out, and you are
That's right.
beautiful.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank
And the words you
Absolutely.
use, the thoughts you have, that also
Mhm.
is in your whole, in your consciousness, and that affects your body, your state of
That's
Mhm.
right.
mind, your health. I want to ask you, ladies, we're in the age of social media. You can see anything on social media.
Everything.
Everything. How do you feel about our children who are so fixated on social media? Do you have any concerns about that?
you.
Mhm.
I do. I had a very long conversation just today with colleagues at my job. And I'm concerned because it has become an addiction for people. It's
Yeah.
not just something that's fun, you can take a picture and see yourself. People have gone to great lengths to, wow, I don't know, to show themselves on social media.
Mhm.
I do it and I try to do it. It's really difficult. I have someone who handles my social media because I don't know, I grew up in the times where you just don't make a fuss over yourself. Like it's like
Mhm.
you're not that great. Even though you know you're great. It's just like you don't really the Bible say you don't hold yourself up. Others do, not you.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
these kids are their entire lives are predicated on this thing in their hand. And I will tell you, my social media manager told me one time, he said that the loneliest time of his life was when he had around 50,000 followers. He probably has more now. And I'm
Mm.
thinking, well,
Mhm.
what does the followers have to do with being lonely? Like, I didn't like, are they coming to visit you in your home? Like, how would they weigh into your emotional state? The
Mhm.
people that you are connecting with on a platform. Like, I didn't understand that one had anything to do with the other. And they're seeing far more suicides, far more deaths, like
Mhm.
because of social media. Someone said that everybody is famous on social media. If you got a phone, you're famous. And you
Mhm.
can show yourself in any way that you like. It's breaking up marriages. It's
Yes.
it is really it's like the devil,
Well,
Yeah,
but I
social
think
media.
but parents have to regulate that.
They
When
get
do.
my kids were,
involved. That's
when
right.
my kids were growing up, they're now 40 something and 37. They only had a short amount of time for TV watching. We didn't allow it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And with my grandkids now, she's 4, I say, going on 50, and another little boy who'll be 2. Well, she's had her little pad, her little, and when I go there,
Right.
Little
I've
babysitters.
gotten paints and brushes, and then I bring and I have this wonderful book that I got in Esalen. before they closed up.
Mm.
And we paint, and they talk about the people that we're painting, the different people, and we talk about it. And I don't, I went by one day and my daughter-in-law said, "Oh, here, let me, the TV is on." I said, "No, no, no, shut it off. I don't come here to watch television.
Mhm.
I come here to interact with them."
Thank you.
And I
Yes,
think that, again, parents have to take responsibility.
Us,
they do.
please, yes.
For the
I'm
kids.
not saying, yes, they're here and it's not going anywhere, but you have to let them know what is important and what isn't as important.
How else are they
Well, the
going to
parents are on
learn?
there.
What'd you say, honey? The parents what?
The parents have the phones in their hand too.
I
They're
we
they're modeling that behavior.
They are
they are.
absolutely.
Hmm.
They are. We see them walking with their kids around here where we live, and they're on the phone. And you can
Yeah,
see the little kid is
Yes. Oh
lonely
my God.
because they
Yes,
yeah,
you
want
can
to
see that.
talk, and mom's on the phone or
yes.
dad's on the phone, and the whole time.
I
It's
see that at restaurants.
yes.
I
Oh
so
yeah.
they go
Everybody
there to
at the
lunch with
table
it,
has a
and
phone.
and and they got,
So
one time, two people, a child and a parent, and they on the phone, and both of them, and I'm like, what's the point of going out
Right.
Yes,
if you're
It's
not
just in
going
absolutely.
their
to? Mm-mm. It's
Yeah.
this is demonic
disconnection.
to a certain
It
degree.
is.
It's a tool that is necessary, but how we allow it to take control of us makes it that
Hmm.
way. I agree.
Absolutely. Yeah.
we have to tap into that power that we keep talking about and referring to off and on of who we are, right? And understand the power of us, and we forget, but we've been taught to forget. First of all, not even forget sometimes, because if you didn't grow up with a conscientious parent who taught you to be proud of who you were, then you just believe the lie that is out there in the media, right?
Mhm.
That black people are less than, and we're not good enough, and we're divided, and
Mhm.
so you never become who you are. But it's our mindset, and we have to change our mindset. If you didn't get it at home, you have to decide that you want to be your best self. It has to be something innate in us, right? Like even the relationship with our hair, that like Iona, I love your journey because she's talking about, you know, I didn't know. I didn't know this was going to happen, and now I'm here, and now I'm learning something new, and I've got to figure it out. Like I got to grow my hair back, and then once I grow
Hmm.
it back, where do I go from here, right? But she's engaged in a relationship with
Yes.
herself, so no matter what
Yeah.
she wins, because she's going to find that out. But some of us
Mhm.
don't have that innate desire to be our
Yes.
best self. We've accepted
Mhm.
what the world has told us we are.
Mhm.
Has to-
And
Hmm.
so
yes.
it's like getting from
Mhm.
that point to where you want to know thyself. You want to know
Yeah.
thyself. How do we navigate this? How do we navigate
Mhm.
the loss of really understanding the greatness of who we are as individuals and then collectively? We have so
Mhm.
much work to do. But I think the hair journey is a great way to make a statement, and
Mhm.
that's why I love this show, Iona, when you talked about this, because it our hair, our crown speaks volumes. I love what the sister Diane Short said. She said, I showed up and I lived that I am not my hair. They didn't know what they were gonna get, but they knew they were gonna get me. They knew they were gonna get me, a great me, right?
Yes.
And all that
Mhm.
I bring.
Yes.
But they didn't know what they were gonna get on top of my head because I was gonna wear it however I felt like wearing it.
I,
But
So
now
I love
can I
the
say one
state
thing? I know they were all talking about how does she sleep at night? Does it hurt when she sleeps on those?
with them beads, them beads. I
Oh,
saw it.
we
I
have,
had a whole visual of that. I bet you it was beautiful, but I had a whole
But
visual. Yeah,
yes.
can I just touch it? They like, oh, that statement. Them
Oh
ones.
Mm.
yes.
no, who
Drives
does that?
I've got
It's
one
so
other
rude.
Who
person.
does that?
I want to get Babe in here and I'll play her video a little later and we're going to continue talking. Hello there, my dear.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hello.
Uh-oh, we
Oh, we
lost
can't
her.
see you. We look
She
on.
she was there.
She was there.
There
There
you
she goes.
are.
She's back.
Hey, honey, you can turn off one of those lights because you're really. Let me see if I can get you out so you don't burn. You burned up. You look like you were on a cruise. Oh, hold on. I got you. I got you. I got you. There we go.
Oh,
There.
there.
There's gorgeous babylicious. I got a video to show of you too, baby. Yeah, we're talking now. You know, hair has taken us off into speaking about loving ourselves, which it always comes down to, doesn't it? Let me ask all of you, what do you do? Um, do you have a ritual, something you do morning or noon or night? What do you do to honor yourself?
Mm. Well, I can start there because
Go
I have
ahead.
a ritual. I have my five. I meditate, I pray, I praise, I work out every morning. Every morning, that is how I show up and I journal. So that's the fifth thing that I do. And these are the things that keep me grounded, they keep me centered, they remind me who I am. They help me to stay focused on the bigger picture because life, there's just too much going on in life. And all of these things keep me reminded of what's really important. The day-to-day living, showing up to life, being very intentional about being myself in this world and bringing what God put in me to this world. And if I don't do these things, I don't stay connected to myself. It's like things can go on around me, but when I wake up in the morning, I will journal, I will meditate, I will pray, I will praise, which are two different things for me, and I will work out. And I've been doing this for years. I have it on my in my room on the wall to make sure that my five things that I could do to take care of myself. And the idea to me for caring for ourselves is so that we can show up to the world strong, strengthened, and ready for whatever. If we, I feel like if we're not strong in ourselves, not selfish and about ourselves, but really internally strengthened by the things that we do that create a strength, a real strength within us, then we can handle anything in life. That's the way that I feel, and that's how I show up to life for me.
I love that. I
That
this
too.
is something I found very powerful. I'm trying to get centered here, right? I'm still I sit in the silence and in the space, and
Yes.
I connect with the Most High. What we forget, what we forget is that so much change takes place in the silence and in the
It does.
space. Like
Yes.
Iona created this show to hold space for those issues that are important to her and to her heart, right?
Yes.
But when you wake up in the morning and right before you go to bed, that should be, I think, what we all do is we're just still and we hold that the space and the silence and we sit in it. And what happens is you feel the power of you and you
Mhm.
honor that, the reason why you were created, the reason why you're here, and it just centers you. It's a grounding exercise, but I literally hold space. I don't have to sit up. I don't have to or any of that. I
Right.
just
Yes.
honor the space and the silence. And then
Mhm.
I connect with the
Powerful.
power of me. And I do that before I go to bed. So when I go to bed, I go to sleep in that. And I do that when I wake up. So when I wake up, my day starts that way. And it's just a
Mhm.
powerful way. It's simple. It's simple. It's just that
Mhm.
connection with, you know, our creator
Mhm.
and creation and who we are.
Yeah.
That's so
And
wonderful. Go
That's
ahead, babe.
so good.
Can we hear?
So
well,
good.
for me,
Babe, I can't hear
oh,
you. I'm sorry. Babe? Wait, we can't hear you, sweetie.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now we can.
Okay. So I I, I
Yeah.
I agree with that as far as how important spirituality is
to it's kind of like when they talk about the grounding and walking on the grass and those type of things, that those are the things that taking care of ourselves. You know,
Yeah.
I do it morning and evening. And just as you said, Angela, I do it in the morning to refresh myself, start my day, and then to reflect on what did I do today? Who did I help today? You know, what did I accomplish today? Those type of
Mhm.
things. If you just, you know, let the wind blow you, then I think that's where mental challenges come in,
Yeah.
because you think that the environment is in charge of you as opposed to your own spiritual life. You know,
Yes.
your godliness, your Buddhahood, you know, all of those things make us into interesting women.
Hmm.
So true. So true. Gayla, I'm sorry to
Absolutely.
interrupt you. I saw a babe speaking
That's okay.
like this.
I want
Please
to
share.
say, with me, I committed to exercising for myself 3 times a week. I turned myself into a swimmer. So no matter what comes up, because I have a very busy life, I just don't let anything interfere with that quality time that I've reserved just for
Mhm.
myself. So I pray, I do my prayer and worship. I send out a few little praises out to certain people to bless their day. And that's just something that I do for myself.
How do you keep
Yes.
your hair
For my
together?
for myself.
Yeah, swimming.
Well,
She's
girl,
our
I
professional
wear I
hairdresser.
wear a swim cap. And then I keep it
Oh
short
yeah.
enough I can just wrap it and go. And when all else fails, I wear wigs, protective styles. I do it all.
That's right.
So
Mhm.
Well, I'm a
you
I'm a
never know.
chanter too.
I'm like what's the lady at the top? I can't see.
Juanita or
Miss
Diane?
Juanita, the one sitting with the king.
Oh,
You never
Diane.
know.
Oh.
Yeah, Diane. You never know who you might get.
That's true. I love swimming. Swimming is such a great exercise. So
Hmm.
good
Yeah,
for you.
Mhm.
it's been good to me physically, mentally, spiritually. It's been good
Mhm.
all around, and it's
I
something that
wish I,
belongs to me.
Hmm.
I wish I could
Love it.
swim in the winter. I just have to be warm. I can't be cold. That's the only
You
problem.
can,
I can't be cold.
but you can swim in a heated pool. And I want to
Yes.
tell you this: you never know. Once you get in and your body temp comes
Changes.
to one with the water, you don't
Hmm.
know that you're
Mhm.
cold.
Hmm.
Yeah, you
You don't
don't.
know you're cold until you come out of the water.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I
don't let that
think
stop.
Get back in the
any
pool.
any form of workout, whatever that is important. And because it does, in order to do it, it centers you. You have to breathe. You have to,
Mhm.
But it's important. Uh,
Yes.
Starting with prayer or whatever, uh, but it's important. Day and night, both of those things are connected.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very important. I agree with you. I love walking. Diane and I go walking a lot
Mhm.
together, and it is so wonderful to just smell that cold air and to wake
Yeah.
your body up in the morning. If I don't walk, I am off a little bit on that day. I
Mhm.
can
Hmm.
I can feel it. And I'll tell you, and the other thing that's good about it is I'm exercising and I'm having a good time walking with my friend or walking by myself, walking with my husband, having a great time.
Mhm.
I bent down to pick something up the other day and it was so easy. I had to bend back down. I said that was so easy. I knew it was because I was walking. I said, did I let me
Yeah.
bend back down. And so often we get caught up
Mhm.
in life and letting it take us where it wants us to go.
Yes.
And we can't do that. So I have another
Yes.
question for you ladies. We all hear no. We all hear you can't. You don't have what I want. Next, please. How do you survive and move forward with the
Mhm.
challenges that life brings you?
Mm.
Go ahead, Juanita, say it. I heard it.
With
Say it.
God, with God. I remember my last bout with cancer. They were taking me um, into the operating room, and I had my phone, and I was listening to Tasha Cobb singing,
Ooh.
I Know, You Know
Mm,
My Name. And
mhm,
I was smiling, and they
mhm.
were looking at me like, is she crazy? But I knew who was going in, who was really
Mhm.
Yes.
going to be operating on me.
That's it.
Wow. Mm.
And, you know, breast, what are they? I have life and
That's
the
right.
opportunity to share and to do what we're here for, which is to love and serve other people.
Come on now.
Yes. Hmm.
So I'm grateful, very
Yeah.
grateful for each day because it could have
Mm.
been over.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
And the way I found out about the cancer was interesting. I was away working. I was in Florida in a hotel room, and a voice literally spoke to me in my sleep
Mhm.
and said, call your oncologist. And I went, what? Call your oncologist. I woke up. I took my phone by the side of the bed. I called her. She texted me back. She said, honey, I'm on vacation. I'll be back so and so. Call my scheduler and get in as soon as possible. I went in. The first time they removed 23 lymph nodes from under this arm. This time it was in this left breast. I said, take them both. I don't want to think about it.
Mm,
Um, I'm grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was not an accident. God
Mhm.
spoke to me, literally
Yeah, he did.
spoke to me,
Mhm.
Mm.
woke me up. I wasn't thinking, I was happier than a pig and you know what. I'm like, whoa, I'm working. I just, oh, what, go on. But what's important is your health, number one, but the people in your life and being there for the people. You're not going to be there if you're not taking care of yourself.
Mhm.
Right.
So I'm grateful.
Man.
God speaks to you.
Mm.
yes, he does.
I'm of and Babe is of Buddhist faith, and I've hear that voice too, who
Mhm,
Hmm.
comes and tells me from the littlest things to the biggest things, and if I'm obedient and I listen, that's my gift right there.
Yeah.
That's the
Hmm.
Yes.
gift. And that word
Hmm.
grateful, I'm glad you mentioned that, Juanita, because that's part of what I do every day. I'm so thankful to be alive and to be
Yes.
able
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
do what I want to do and the things I don't want to do. I'm grateful. I,
Yes.
I just worked with an actor who was upset that the other actor he was working with was not very good. And all he could do was to fixate on that.
mm,
The
Mm.
other actor got better. He listened to the notes. He wrote down the notes. He studied.
That
This
part.
man did not. And he missed an opportunity. And I thought, he's not grateful.
Mm.
Hmm.
And no matter what happens to us, right, y'all, we've got to be
Yes.
grateful.
Grateful.
Great.
Grateful.
Yes.
Hmm.
It's a lesson. It's something, it's got to be for our highest good to move us forward.
Hmm.
Please, I'll
That
yield the
reminds
floor.
me of that reminds me that all things work together for the good. All
mhm,
things. And when I listening to your story, Juanita, I'm just reminded of so many women whose lives didn't have the same fate. And I believe part of that too was because they probably didn't listen to their
Mm.
own voice or
Mm.
the spirit leading them to go to the doctor to take care of themselves. Um, our temple is the most important thing. I don't know. Wealth is your health,
mhm.
and there's no amount of money that can make you happy if you do not have your health. And
That's right.
so, yeah, I honor you, and I can imagine the strength that you have because of the experience that you went through. I lost my mother to cancer when I was 20 years old. She was
Me
43
too.
years old.
Lost my
So
mother.
I've seen the devastation that
Mm.
cancer can have, and I honor you for being here and for sharing your story.
Well, the other thing that I'm so grateful for, that God left me here to see my grandchildren.
And for them
That
to
wouldn't have
see
happened.
you, honey.
And for us to experience one another.
Yeah.
So if I go today or tomorrow, they have memories.
Yes. Mm.
I
I'm
think those
grateful for
memories
that big time.
are very important to
I
for that next
actually,
generation to see what it is to be a grateful person, what it is to serve others, not just yourself, but through example. I know Juanita is a great example to her grandchildren. And I always thought to myself, wow, I'm getting married so late. I had my baby so late. You know, I don't know if I'm going to have any grandchildren. Well, let me hold your baby, that feeling. But it's very, very interesting that even though I lost my birth son, I still have a bonus son. I, I, our family multiplied. I mean, that
Mm.
Art Evans had some kind of genes, but over there, my bonus son, he has
Yes.
3, 4, 5 children, but 2 from his lady, you know. And then we found we had a grandson that was 20 something years old,
mm,
and he just whew, right away 2 babies. And I said, well, that means that I have 4 grandchildren and
Mhm.
2 great grandchildren, and
Wow.
Woo!
it
That's a
just
blessing.
it was like my dear son that I gave birth to, went on to his next mission in life. And
mm,
then all of a sudden I looked at the pictures and I went, whoa, this family has expanded. And I think
Mhm.
that that was something that I prayed about, that I was hoping I would have, like so many
Mhm.
others. And I feel such gratitude, you
mm.
know, to be
Mm.
able to see and, know that this lineage is going to continue. I mean, I don't know if that's really important, but to me, I think it is. I
And it's
think it is
important.
important, you know.
It is.
I don't feel like old because I got great grandkids.
I wanted.
Fortunate. I feel, like I
It's
hit the jackpot.
They keep
yeah,
you young. I've got 7
yes.
grandchildren.
Seven.
Yes.
Woo!
Wow.
It's
And it's a
it's
Ooh.
blessing that
beautiful
I am in shape
to see
because they
that
want to
smile on your
run and
face,
jump and
babe.
play.
You can just tell the joy
Yeah.
that you get out of your family and those children, the
Yes.
grandchildren. Yes, that love that is you and how it's multiplied in those relationships. Yes, indeed, the legacy is important because you're
Yeah.
sowing into people that are sowing into others. And that is
Yes.
a part of our purpose. I wanted to kind of go back to your question a little bit, Iona. There's two things that come from the scriptures, and I don't claim any religion, but I will say that there's two things that keep me going all the time. And I want to say to you ladies too, I was born with a heart condition, so I had heart surgery at 2.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So yeah, every day the scar, on me, it's like that's my scar of life, and I'm so grateful to be here to have this breath, to be able to even share and share this space with you all right now. But two things that keep me going all the time. One is that scripture that says, "I am that I am." And when you understand our connection, our relationship, and really understand that you are the stream connected to the source, that I am means that whatever you have need of, it exists.
Mm.
You
Yes.
Yes.
believe and
Yes.
understand that, then you don't lack and you don't worry about situations and circumstances. I've probably been through more tragedy than most people, but nobody would know it unless they knew my story and even some things I'm going through now. But that does not make who I am. But whatever I have need of, that is. right? So I don't
Yes.
need to worry. The other thing is Jeremiah 1:5, where the scripture that says, I knew you before I placed you in your mother's womb. That means there
Yes.
was purpose, there was a relationship before we even were placed in our mother's womb. So anything that goes on, y'all, anything, it really matters not. The only thing
Yeah.
that matters is my response to
To
life.
it.
That's right, baby.
Absolutely.
And I'm in
Yes.
control of that. I'm in complete control of that. So, I look at my hair. I know my hair is thinning, going back to the hair conversation, but I'm learning more about how to make sure I remain healthy. As I look at myself becoming more seasoned, getting closer to 60 and all that, I'm just looking at how I can better do right by this vessel that I've been given, right?
Hmm.
So
Mhm.
Yes.
wanted to share that because there's so much beauty and strength and love on this, podcast right now. There always is because Iona does this, but you know what I mean? It's so much on here that, we're sharing pearls of wisdom, and maybe those pearls will be like our beads in the hair, like Diane had or whatever. But I want to hold on to the pearls. I want to wrap them. I want to add them to my crown, and add them to
Mhm.
the pearls around my neck, and just and walk away
Yes.
with it, because I know, one, yeah, we're definitely not our hair, but yet how I decide to wear my crown speaks volumes to others. And so the
That
wisdom and the
part.
love and light and the truth that's coming on this particular broadcast with you ladies, we're changing lives right now. It's amazing.
Yes.
And Iona, I will again, I know how much you really are intentional about how you put yourself out there. So for you to share your story, the
Yes.
the benefit was greater than the pride that might have been there because of your hair,
Yes.
losing your hair. And so thank you for honoring us with your truth, which has led to everybody
Yes.
else sharing their truth, which is changing lives and securing some legacies, babe.
Yes.
Mm.
So I'm just
Absolutely.
so grateful and honored to be here.
I'm
So
so glad to have you.
how
Thank
do
you.
you think you can influence your granddaughter's hair with their mother making their choices?
Oh yeah,
And you removing your
I
choices?
I have one granddaughter and one grandson, and
Mhm.
my son, my eldest son, which was in one of those pictures, if his hair is, it's all natural. We do the natural thing, and I've influenced that. I was very intentional, and this definitely prayer. I know the power of our seed, y'all. I know the power of our
Mhm.
legacy. That's why I said that. It's powerful. And so I was like, I'm
Mhm.
making some decisions to make sure we do this different and that we rise to the level of consciousness that shows and reflects our greatness. So yes, I've been
Yes.
very intentional with all of my children, and they're intentional. Well, I only have one son that's married and has two children. He's intentional with his children, his family, and so we're not any bad seeds. We're not sowing any bad. We're sowing good seed. We're watering it. We're intentional.
Yes, ma'am.
Making sure we're
Mhm.
connected to the Most
Yeah.
High, and we have that relationship. We're listening to that voice, that still small voice that directs us. So yeah.
That's so important. Your children are a
Absolutely.
product of what you put into them. So
Hmm.
many
Yes.
people will say, "Well, I don't know. They're their own people." But wait, before they got here, they didn't. They knew nothing. So what did you
That's
feed
right.
into them?
It's true.
I have one grandson who's going to be 5 in March, and I just love him. He runs around the house, and if we call him, he says, "What?" And I'm like, "No, no, no, no. Yes, Gigi Ma. Yes, Papa." And now
Mhm.
he starts to say, "Well, yes, Gigi. That's right." And I said, "When you go home with your mother,
That's
that's
right.
what you should do. That's respect and
Hmm.
love. Teaching him to clean up and pick up things. That's so
Hmm.
important." I remember
Yeah.
friends saying, "Well, there's enough time to teach them that when." So now they're
Yeah.
Mhm.
adults. Our kids don't
Out the
care.
Yeah.
gate.
That's right.
Out the
But I tell you,
gate.
there's one thing about being a grandmother, or gracefully getting older. And I shocked myself because I always thought I would just be a natural girl. I don't wear a lot of makeup and I don't do a lot of stuff. But when that gray hair start taking over, I looked in the mirror and I felt like, well, that's your ego and that's this. But I decided, wait a minute, I get to look
I love
the way
gray hair.
I want to look.
That's
you know,
right.
Hmm.
I get to do what I want to do and feel good when I look in the mirror and not be affected by, oh, just let
Society.
yourself get old and let that hair go gray. Hey, I said, well, maybe later, a little bit later. But I had to consciously let myself know it was okay to not be totally, you know,
Yeah.
a little gray up in there, but
But no, you
wouldn't
look great.
It's
It
okay
looks
for
I
you
love
too,
beautiful.
No,
gray
baby.
you
hair.
do, and your skin is beautiful. I
Beautiful.
got the gray hair. I can't even see the gray hair looking at your skin shining so beautifully there. Like, it's interesting what we focus on a lot of times, what we feel that is defining who we are. It's like, oh, my hair
Yeah.
is gray, oh, my hair is short, or it's long. And
Yeah.
the thing that really defines you is how you show up to your life. Are
Like
you
that. Yeah.
happy? Are you content? Do you have loved ones that love you and that you love? Are you serving? Someone said earlier, are you serving? And that is truly the thing that will carry you throughout your life and to the end of your life, because the end of life we will not look back and say, well, you know what, I should have wore more straight looks, or I should have probably had I should have had a bald look. But I will say, Juanita, that picture of you when you were bald, oh my God, you
Didn't you
look
look
so
fabulous?
beautiful. Yes, that was
I wore
encouraging because I'm threatening to go bald.
I
I'm
wore it like that
threatening
for a
to.
long time,
Oh, you were so
and
beautiful in that picture.
I remember slapping the hell out of.
Out of who?
I've done it at different times within my life. I was in college and I was doing some scene work with this white boy. And I guess he just couldn't help it. I guess he was, and he went and reached out and rubbed my hair. I went, pow! I said, don't you ever. I wouldn't just touch your hair. And of course, it reminded me of whoa, the little shine, a little. And he was shocked. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't
Teach,
expecting him to do it,
teach.
but he got one.
He
My
found out he
natural
won't do it again.
response. Oh no. And I think he
Yeah, he
taught,
won't be
this was
touching it
years
again.
ago. I'm sure he taught his kids or whomever else. Don't do that to black
Do not
people.
touch a black woman's hair.
Mm,
I am so glad that all of you ladies have come and the time has gone by so quickly. And
Wow.
I want to honor, excuse me, I'm feeling emotional, just emotional from your conversation. I want to honor our agreement on our time frame. We're a little longer. I ask all my guests this last thing and keep it concise. It doesn't have to be one word and it doesn't have to be 1,000. But I'd love, if you so are inclined, what would you want to say to inspire, to enlighten, to uplift, to make it okay? What could you say to someone now that would be your parting gift to us?
mm,
I know what I would say, and it's one of the things I study in my Buddhist practice. And this line comes back to me over and over again. And it is suffer what there is to suffer, enjoy what there is to enjoy, and look at them the same. In other words,
Mm,
don't let your life go up and down and just really go through what you got to go through. You can't avoid
mm,
it. So
right.
suffer what there is to suffer and enjoy what there
Hmm.
is to enjoy.
Mm,
Hmm.
that's beautiful, babe.
mm.
Thank you. Thank you.
What I would say is a quote that I wrote for my book, and it is, what you focus on will guide the direction your life will take. Make sure your vision is aimed at your purpose.
Oh, that's beautiful. What is the name of your book, please?
Yes.
It's love, ladies operating very effectively, finding the power to change your world.
Oh,
Mm.
wonderful. And we can get
Okay,
that
we can get
Amazon.
that. Yeah.
It is available on
All right.
Amazon. However, I stopped putting it on Amazon because they were taking all my money, and it's available
Mm.
on my own website. Because why would I pay Amazon to pay me for my book? So I it is on my website, which is loveawards.org.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Loveawards.org.
Would you send that to all of us, Iona?
I sure will. I was just going to ask you,
Okay.
Diane, if you would text me or email me that. And
Sure.
babe, would you send that quote? Because I'd love to put that quote out and just share it.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
Anyone else?
I would just say be your best self. Your best representation of yourself beats mimicking anyone else. So whoever
Mm.
you inspired to be, just be that and be comfortable in it. And also, Ayana, I want to say thank you for allowing me to be on your hair journey. When we had hair, it was beautiful. And when you got in trouble, you came to me and we worked together, and it's still beautiful.
And we're going to get that
Real
hair
beautiful.
back.
Amen.
I think I
Are you
would.
in the
What's on?
neighborhood?
Okay.
Are you in the neighborhood? What area are you?
She's
Do
just
you
in
still live
Well,
Houston.
there?
Where?
Oh, Houston. Well,
I
if I'm
live
in
in
Houston, I'll
Houston
give you a
and I
call.
and, and I
Oh.
work in California. So I'm in
Okay.
two places.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So when I'm back in California, I have Iona to let you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You would want
Oh,
her
you're
hands to touch your hair.
welcome.
Hmm.
Hmm.
My
I didn't.
hairdresser, my old hairdresser, is also in Houston, Cynthia Thompson.
I thought, did she call was Designs by C? Was that the name of her business?
It might be now. I'm not sure what she's doing now, but she typically will set up and be and have her business ready to go nowhere matter where she is. And she's now in Houston. So it could
Okay,
be Designs by C.
Mm.
okay, that's great.
Angela?
Yeah,
Okay. Mm.
the hair journey for us, for so many of us, is a healing journey, and I wanted to just kind of share. Actually, my friend and now my mentor with this theater situation I'm going on really gave us this one. I have a play coming out in May, which is dealing with the Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's called Seven, a seat at the table.
Wow.
And when we were looking for our tagline, actually, Muhammad shared something with me. He said, "When you take a seat at the table, then the healing begins." Right? Healing begins. So the seat at the table is not just us having a seat at someone else's table. It's the seat at our own table. It's this. It's sitting and confronting our own challenges, our own traumas, our own, you know, our own just life and purpose. And so I just wanted to say to people that don't be afraid to take a seat at the table. Don't be
Mm.
afraid to confront, those challenges, the traumas that you have, because our healing begins when we take a seat at the table and we make
Hmm.
space for ourselves. And all of our journeys, whether it's our hair journey or whether it's our journey to understand our purpose or just, to grow our hair back, right? Cut it off, whatever we decide to do, all of
That's
us
it.
at the table. We have to face our own challenges, right? And we have to have the courage to take a seat at the table. So that's what I want to share
Hmm.
before, and leaving it out.
It's
Um,
beautiful.
Hmm.
I would say to remember there's only one star, and that's the one who created everything that exists here. And whether
Hmm.
you're Buddhist, whatever you call it, you know, and to live your life with purpose, which means to step outside of yourself, love other people, and serve in whatever way you can. We are not one trick ponies. We have a lot that we're not even aware of, but as we each day we're given, we
Yeah.
there's discovery, but it should start with others.
Hmm.
That's what I'd say.
Beautiful.
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 I would say that to live, to breathe every day, to be able to get up and to learn something new and to touch someone else's life, those are great gifts.
Hmm.
Mm, yes.
No matter what you're going through. Sagano, I'm going to use you, baby, as an example. He says sometimes a force keeps us confined and that can be suffocating.
Mm.
Angela said something. You have a choice of
Yes.
how you're going to deal with any given situation.
Right.
No one can turn you around, like Miss Juanita said, unless you let that happen.
Mm-hmm.
No one can keep you from getting up in the morning and exercising and chanting and praying and doing what Miss Diane says that she does. Nobody can keep you sitting here when I know when we spoke of cancer, Gayla, your heart was breaking.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry for your loss, my love, for your strength to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Miss Babe, with everything she's gone through, with her loss, to be here and still smile and look as gorgeous as she is.
Hmm.
Remember, you have a choice
Choice.
and
Choice,
make your
choice.
choice
Yep.
worthwhile.
Yeah, we do.
I love you women. This has inspired me where I'm going to do something like this maybe once every other month with women to have a conversation because this is
Mm.
so necessary. We see an hour and a half
Yes.
went like that. Before we go, if I could do one thing, I would like to play Miss Babe's video
Oh,
Yes.
because
yes.
everyone got their video. So, Miss Babe, you're going to take us out. Here we go.
Beautiful.
Ladies,
Gorgeous.
have a beautiful
Beautiful.
week.
That smile.
Thank you for jumping in. And we will continue the conversation with each and every one of you solo at another time. I love you
Yes.
all.
Beautiful.
Thank
All
you,
right. Love
everyone.
you.
Stick around,
Love you,
May
Miss
everyone.
I
Babe.
say something?
Oh,
I know you
please,
were talking
Juanita.
about sisters, but bring the brothers in too.
Oh, I will.
Because
Yes, yes,
we're
yes,
you know
yes,
what I
yes.
mean? It
I
doesn't
sure
always have to
will.
be women.
I
Because
sure
we need
will.
each other.
We
Okay.
do. I'm
Thank you.
with you very much for reminding me of that. Fuck those men. No, no, no. I'm with men. Love you all.
Love you
Love
and thank you,
you.
Ciao, Bella.
everybody.
Bye, ladies.
Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you watch and hear those pearls of wisdom? Those gorgeous women? Those interesting women? Those dynamic women? Those human beings who are flawed, scarred, have been hurt, devastated, lost breasts, lost husbands, lost loved ones, loss in their life, still thriving because they've made a choice to love. They've made a choice to engage and be involved in this life. They've made a choice to stay passionate and to give. to share from their hearts, from their soul. And it is a choice. Our government's losing its mind, losing its mind. We have a choice if we're going to go down that rabbit hole or if we're going to stand firm in love, knowing that for sure, I guarantee you, it's going to rub off on somebody you may not know where or when. That's usually the best. You have a choice. Tony, what you talking about? Several years ago. What? Let me see this here. You saw my SO tap dance at a theater in Fairfax, and you told me whenever you can help him, you would. Since then, he has done 8 European tours. Your son has done 8 European tours. Thank you for your kindness. Oh, yes. It really spoke to my son. I'm so glad to hear you say that. Thank you for saying wise women. Thank you, Jeannie, for that was awesome because it was. And Juanita's right. And I thought of it because I want to get my brothers in here too, of all nationalities, all people, so that we can. We're getting all the information out from all walks of life, from all thoughts. So I love you guys. Okay, so let me finish about my hair. I was so busy putting everybody else's video together. I didn't have a chance to show you that my hair is growing. I use a product called Nutrafol, 4 pills a day. Baby, I take those pills. And Azure, Azure, Botana oil. And this helped my hair grow. And I wasn't a worrier before, but I definitely don't worry now. I'm not doing that. It's a waste of time. If there's something that's going to worry me, I got to solve it. Or I need to just let it go because there's nothing to do about it. Ingesting what is good in the words I say, the thoughts I have, the foods I eat, the people around me, the air I breathe, how I treat this vessel that's the only one I have, is what is most important for all of us. Love you dearly. Have a great week. I got another great show for you next week. See you then. Ciao Bella, everyone. Oh, and I forgot to tell you where you can find us. So let me tell you that as soon as I see it. This is where you can reach out to me, and I'd love to hear from you. This is where you can reach for the show and find us there. Have a beautiful week. I'll see you.
These are good.